The federal government has revealed it is experiencing a funding crisis as it seeks to maintain existing roads and build new ones. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, made this known during a session at the nation's parliament, where he revealed the country is usually indebted to road contractors, a situation that might affect the economy if not quickly resolved.
On page 2, paragraph 2, you will see the total appropriation for 2022, which is 515.9 billion, as rightly stated by the chairman in his opening remarks. The capital side of that budget was 441.1 billion. That was between works and housing. And we further disaggregated that budget between the two sectors of the ministry. As you will see, if you go to page 3, out of the 441 billion, 293.512 billion represents the total releases so far from Treasury. And out of that, 163 billion was allocated to the work sector, while 130.4 billion was allocated to the housing sector as capital allocations. The balance of 147.595 billion still remains in expectation as the year goes to close. Although we are now in the 11th calendar month of the year, we are essentially in the 5th financial month of the year, because the implementation of the capital side of the 2022 budget was deferred by resolution of Parliament to the end of May. So work really did not start until 1st of June as far as the capital side of that. And so I think it is important just to contextualize performance in that sense. We're not yet in the middle of the financial year, technically speaking. I want to also point out on page 2 that we spent 110 billion on the highways sector. That's paragraph B of page 2. Paragraph 3B, 110.450 billion was spent on the works sector for the payment of outstanding certificates for works executed out of the 2022 appropriation of 261 billion. That's about 40%, and that just shows you we're almost at the middle of the year, as I emphasized. But to note also that as at October this year, we have a cumulative amount of 765 billion and 17 million naira, 138,752 naira and 92 kobo as unpaid and outstanding certificates. And this number is important when you see what is in the envelope for 2023. And these certificates are not just certificates owed to contractors, they are payments owed to the contractors' suppliers, small businesses who supply building materials, bitumen, diesel, aggregates, cement, and all of that. It's important that we find a solution to provision for this somehow in the next financial year. Otherwise, it would have consequential economic effects and social effects in our nation. These are families, these are businesses, some of which have borrowed money on the strength of our appropriation and our contracts to invest in our economy. In this budget year, 20 major highway projects have been completed, ready for commissioning. And I must and they aggregate to about 379 kilometers of road across different sectors of the economy. That's what was done in 2022 as at today. There's still more that will come. So that has to also be situated in context. That's just 2022 performance. And Mr. Chairman will recall that since 2021, we have been undertaking various handing over commissioning projects at your initiative across the country. I will speak to some of them, and one of them will also happen again tomorrow. I believe notices have been sent to you. The bridge that connects Nigeria to Cameroon between Cross River and Bamenda. So there are also 59 major projects that are at advanced stages that will reach completion later this year or in 2023. Those ones have a total contract value of 60.9 billion naira. Their details are in Annexure 6 of the bundle that you have. We also want to focus on some roads that do not have some of the privilege of either the PIDF or the Sukuk or the tax credits. Some of these roads are also distributed across the country. If you look at paragraph 9, Roman figure 1, those roads are listed there. We will make provision for completion of the bridges under maintenance, and so that we can preserve those assets. As our work size grows, our manpower needs also is asking for support, and you will see that in our need for young and technical officers, so that if we appropriate on the recurrent side to provision for us to recruit some, we need the manpower. And quite a number of our people at the top have retired. So we need to start feeding the next succession building process. So